Hi, it's Kamilah Rose from the Bliss Institute, and I am here to do another movie review for A Wrinkle in Time. I was super excited to see this movie. I am an avid reader. In fact, this is my book that I had from when I was a child. As you can see, it has been pretty much destroyed. That's how often I read it. I really enjoyed it. In fact, it is missing the first 75 pages. I take real good care of my books, and it's actually still got a little inscription from when my mom bought this for me in 1998. So, I was really looking forward to this film. With that being said, this is going to be the non-spoiler review, so I'm just going to kind of go over some of the basics of the plot and what I thought about it, and then we'll get into some of the more nitty-gritty details in the spoiler review. So first off, this was a highly entertaining movie. It was fast-paced and, in my opinion, a little too fast. There was a lot of movement. The plot moved quickly. The characters were just kind of going. There was honestly not a lot of time for character development or really being able to get into more of the backstory behind the characters. The movie started out, it's visually, I would have to say that is the one area that I have nothing negative to say. It was visually stunning. The cinematography was amazing. Just the way that they framed this new world and the adventures that they went through, and it's just amazing. And it really did bring the imagery that I at least created in my head reading the book to life, and being able to see it on the big screen and in such wonderful colors and sounds, and it was just fantastic. So that was absolutely amazing. And even the flow of the scenes was just was beautiful. It was absolutely perfect. So if there's one area that just was just absolutely amazing, nothing to complain about, was just watching the story unfold. Now, actually listening to the plot and the dialogue and the story was an issue. It seemed as if they were kind of just trying to, there's so much that goes in the book. That's what the problem is. There's so much that happens in the book, in the original story, that to get all of that down, it's a 2-hour movie just about, to get all of that into 2 hours seemed as if it was really difficult. And because of that, there were some important changes that were made to be able to make the story gel and be able to be completed in that time frame. I believe, at least, that's the only explanation I can really come to explain what happened in the movie. Overall, we meet Meg, and Meg Murray. She is the main character, and we meet her on a stormy night. And she is waking up, and she's having these memories about her father who's been missing for 4 years. And she goes downstairs, and her brother, Charles Wallace, has made her some hot milk and some sandwiches to have when she woke up. And so they kind of had this dialogue back and forth, and there's a little foreshadowing for what's to come. And then she goes to school, and she has a hard time at school because the girls are mean to her and really cruel. In fact, it's the star from Girl Meets World, which, as someone who grew up watching Boy Meets World, I love Girl Meets World, but there were some things that I was just like, what's happening on this show? But anyways, great character. I absolutely love her. She's a fantastic actress. Cannot remember her name though, but she's kind of the main bully to Meg in the movie. And so there's that back and forth, and then there's the issues with Charles Wallace, and then there's the mom who's just kind of she's thrown in there a little bit. She doesn't have the largest role. There's a little bit of backstory behind her dad and her mom, which was nice to watch. There's a huge change in the portrayal of Charles Wallace, which kind of threw me off. There's a couple of changes that happened to his character that I was like, wait, what? But okay, I went with it. The meeting of the Mrs. Whatsit and Mrs. Who and Mrs. Which was really fun. It was really fun. Their costumes were amazing. Oprah looked just fantastic. She looked like someone you would want to be like your fairy godmother. Like, I mean, literally Oprah can be anyone's fairy godmother because she has so much money. She can pretty much make anything that she would like to happen, and therefore can have anything that you would like to happen. She can help you out with that as well. Reese Witherspoon looked amazing. I really loved her character. I thought she was sassy. I thought she was fun. I thought she brought some light to the storyline and to the characters, because she said out loud some of the things that you were thinking. And then I really enjoyed Mindy. Oh gosh, I'm not gonna say her name. Mindy Kaling, I believe. I loved her character. First of all, I'm a huge fan. I've watched her show on Hulu, The Mindy Project. Then when it was just, it turned and changed, and now I'm watching her new show that she's helping either produce or direct, The Champion. So I love her. I think she's fantastic, and she was lovely in her portrayal in this movie. So those were great roles. Seeing what they called the the darkness, the nothing, which is more of what I remember from reading the book. That was interesting. I think it was, as from some of the other critiques that I've heard, this was a movie that is framed towards children, and to appeal to a younger audience. And so there was not as much depth in the explanation of the science, in the talking about exactly what a tesseract is, and explaining the path to getting there. There was a lot of that was taken out. A lot of Charles Wallace's role as being a genius, this boy genius who is just very precocious and very he's like an adult in this little child's body, wise beyond his years. There wasn't as much of that included. So I enjoyed it, and I really liked the overall message of being able to love and accept yourself and all of who you are, including your faults, including the things that we might see as a negative, which gives us strength sometimes when we don't realize it. And of course, overall, that love is the most powerful energy and force in the world and in the universe, so of course you can't go wrong with those types of storylines. It's just, there's so much more that went along with this tale of A Wrinkle in Time that just gave it so much more depth. And that's what I really felt like I was missing in viewing this movie. But I definitely recommend, if you're looking for something fun to do over spring break or just something entertaining. I thought this was a great portrayal of just an overall review of the book. A nice translation. Go in with an open mind, go in to be entertained and just have fun, and take a minute to just sit back and say, this is going to be an entertaining story. And I think going in with that mindset will really set you up to be able to enjoy the film for what it is and for all of the really great parts and aspects of it. So I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope you'll go see it. If you do, let me know what you think, and I will see you in a little bit for the spoiler review.